So here is a little bit of research done by Globe Earth shill troll Schmick, who had been a longtime troll of mine and makes the occasional hit piece against me. He apparently paid to have access to FE Core to see if there were any test results published for the experiment that Bob Knodel of globebusters says proved that they were measuring 15 degrees of rotation per hour, of which that statement made it into the mockumentary Behind the Curve. Let's check it out.
A $12,000 gyroscope, and Rick bought this gyroscope with his own money, okay? And it was Rick that did these tests, and Rick is a member of FE Core, okay? So all of these tests were public in our, not public, but they were in our FE Core Skype group, okay? And, we discussed it for, quite some time. So when I told Daniel about it, and he was here interviewing me for the movie, I said, he was very interested in the experiment. And I said, well, okay. So I told him about it. I said, and if you listen to this in the movie, guys, you will hear me say that another person did these tests, not me. That is the most unbelievable thing. I can't even believe that Vegan Warrior went off on that, because it's complete.
Let's see if we can find these fiber optic gyroscope tests on the FE Core website. Test results. Laser, force level, microwave, mechanical gyro, which is pending, which is not the fiber optic. Airy's not there. Mechanical gyro, force level, long distance, transmission, laser, Airy's failure. There's a fiber optic gyro test. They're going to do a mechanical gyroscope. Why wouldn't they use a more advanced, more precise method of the fiber optic gyroscope? Desire for truth is a powerful motivator. Failure. Multi-stage balloon, force level, mechanical gyroscope, status of 501c3. Oh, 150 a year, 50 a year, 25. Fucking scam. Nope. No fiber optic gyro.
Now, any true Christian knows that all a person has to do to be a Satanist is to be a liar and a deceiver. Bob Knodel is a liar. He is lying about measuring 15 degrees of rotation. He lied about being a commercial pilot. In fact, just about everything that comes out of Bob's mouth is a lie. Bob has a problem with me calling him a Satanist, but I am a Christian that believes in the Bible being the truth given to us by the Creator of this world. John 8:44 says,
Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it.
The Bible could not be more clear that the father of any liar or deceiver is the devil. You are a Satanist if you are a liar or deceiver. But Bob goes way beyond just being a liar or deceiver. Check out this hangout that the Limitless Channel and myself did right after Bob said this on globebusters.
I'm happy to say that mainstream science is very, very much going along with that type of idea, which of course gives you some really fascinating prospects.
Let me ask you one thing, Bob. When you say something like that, do you think that there's a potential for a pedophile to take what you're saying and better explain to themselves why it's okay what they're doing. That's the problem I have with what was just said. That I think that if the world took over that viewpoint, then you can kiss off anybody stopping doing what they want to do. I mean, these pedophiles obviously want to subject children to extreme pain, anguish. In their mind, it might be pleasure, whatever, I don't know. But I'm talking about in the rapist's mind. So when we say, like, the world is an illusion and it's just a ride and you're just along for the fun and you just get to see colors, don't you think that that kind of thinking would lead the world into a dark place?
I see your point. And first of all, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. But what I also want to say that is, if it is true that before we incarnate into this world, that we are choosing specific experiences that we want to have, then that kind of shines a different light on it. And I am in no way advocating pedophilia. But let's say hypothetically that soul has gone through all the incarnations, living a utopian lifestyle. Everything is great. Everything is full of love. And supposing this soul wants to experience what it would be like to be, stabbed in an alley, or to experience extreme fear, or even being molested as a child. I mean, that is something that I think that is likely determined, before incarnation. Now, a lot of people will say,
what on earth happened?
So what Bob was alluding to was that someone who's taken the ayahuasca or smoked, maybe a children's DMT pineal gland secretion, and they've been shown that predestination of someone's soul has chosen to become a pedophilia victim.
Yeah, and so they've chosen that, so it's okay for you to do that, because this everybody wanted to experience what they're going to experience, and it's okay.
Well, maybe in the last life that rapist victim was wealthy.
Yeah, karma. We definitely some sort of karma thing going on. Everybody's going to get what they deserve, right?
Well, for me, one of the other things that really touches home is the fact that Sherry and Chris Geo over at Truth Frequency Radio are also promoting the simulation theory, and Bob as well, calling it the source. I guess I'll let you comment, and then I'll play another clip.
Yeah, well, he's sort of co-opting the source. They're going to try to demonize all these words that we want to use. They asked me to come on Globebusters is because I've been saying this is a simulation, and I've been saying it for a while. And Bob wanted to do a show about simulation theory, and so I go on there, and he knew very well that I was an anti-AE flat earther, and I knew the flaws in it, and I wanted to share it, and I got my opportunity to show it a little bit. But supposedly he believes that this is a simulation, and I wanted to talk about that. And then I ended up being kicked out of the hangout, and they called it some sort of sniping. That whole sniping thing where I was sniped by Tim Osmond, they bring up this character all the time who's obviously part of their team, works with them. They reference him so much. So
without a doubt.
So the whole sniping thing, so the episode on Globebusters was supposed to be about simulation. That's what I wanted to talk about. I've been having to battle against these guys, and now all of a sudden it's a simulation, and because it's a simulation, we've got children that have most likely wanted to experience pedophilia, and so it's just part of the game, right?
And then there's basically do what thou wilt. The simulation runs on your own intuition. I guess I'm going to go back into a clip here, because your comment right there was just beautiful. So I'm gonna play another clip. And again, anyone who is educating or using their own opinion is falling under the guidelines of fair use. So I'm gonna hit play again, Jay. I want to keep this.
I'm gonna hit mute.
It means a lot to me.
Say, oh, that's just ridiculous because children don't have that choice. And I'm saying that if they did have that choice, it was made before incarnation, and it was also made, there could be something in that experience that allows them to grow in certain ways. And please, people, do not think that I am advocating this at all. I am simply saying that not every soul is going to incarnate with the intention of having a strictly blissful experience. Okay? That would be my answer.
I want to.
These are more. Let me chime in real quick. These are more esoteric gnosis topics and philosophies that is very hard for people to digest. But I agree with what Bob said. I've seen this kind of stuff. I've asked why there is this darkness in the construct we live in, and they said, "Look, this is the way that karma is situated. This is what these souls came back to experience." I've seen it. I don't talk about it because as Bob said, a lot of people will take it the wrong way, but I'm just making an observation on the construct when I say it.
Truth Frequency Radio is run by Chris and Sherry Geo. Chris is a spin-off of The Alex Jones Show and is a super Satanist. Look at the content promoted by TFR. Does anyone see the problem with Mark Sargent, Jeranism, Rob Skiba, and Zen Garcia all having shows on this network? Bob, you are a liar and a Satanist, and I'm not going to let you get away with saying that 15 degrees of rotation per hour were measured in a hit piece against Flat Earth and continue to act as a spokesperson for Flat Earth. I am going to lead a revolution against your presence in Flat Earth, and I'm going to get you thrown out.
If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour it has to turn 15 degrees. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15 degree per hour drift.
You are listening to Beyond Flat Earth, your best community for top news and information regarding Christianity, simulation reality, and Flat Earth proofs.